Okay, welcome back. Hello, everyone. Today is day 31 in learning how to adventures in sculpting, which has turned into learning how to draw. Today we are going to be doing the same thing we've been doing the past couple of days, which is the contour outline drawing. The contour drawing. Sorry for being redundant. It turns out I have actually less time than normal, or not less time than normal, but I have less time than I was expecting today. I thought today I would be able to do a normal session, but it's actually going to be a shorter session because of things that cropped up that I wasn't really planning on cropping up. But it's fine. Things happen. Like I said, like today, this until election day, which is 2 days away. These streams were just going to be um, most likely shorter if I was able to do them at all. So it was known, and it has nothing to do with election day. Like nothing that's been propped up has to do with the election and politics and all that. It just is so funny that it corresponds with that. And then yes, on election day, I am going to be watching the news because it's just fun to see how many different emotions you can have with a number. So, that is the reason why the stream will be short on Tuesday. But every other day it's just been events. So many events. So many things. And so it all ends on November 5th. Granted, if November 5th was an election day, it would end tomorrow, but you know, that's neither here nor there. At that point, it's like things have just been popping up. So, um, that being said, because I was expecting this to be a normal stream and it's not a normal stream, I'm not gonna move into a new skill or assignment today. We're just gonna work with the same thing we've been working with. So that's really all that matters, or that I have to say on that front. And that's kind of cool. I didn't really notice that. Yeah, that happened. I'm sure you guys can see what I'm talking about. I wasn't planning that, but it happened. It's there, and I'm gonna move on from there. To straighten this up, let's go back to drawing some lines, just to straighten that up. There we go. Whoops. Much better. Okay, then circles. Sorry, I'm getting lost in the circles. There was a couple of things that I did have to announce that I do not have the that are completely lost. I can't remember what it was that I was supposed to announce other than, let's see, the drawing, the time, the assignment we're working on. Oh, and I should also just, for anyone who is new here watching these videos, I do stream these videos on Twitch, and then I take the stream and upload it to YouTube because on Twitch I think there's only like about 7 days, I think, history saved on Twitch. And then I also had some issues with getting the streams too set up. So instead of YouTube being like these videos that I would edit and make nice and post on my channel, I ended up having to just upload the streams because I wanted to have I wanted to kind of see how I was progressing, but like with my drawing in general, just because some of these I'm not going to be saving just because they're random assignments that aren't really active drawing, or not active drawing, aren't there to work with technique instead of to work on making an actual drawing. So I didn't care to keep them around. But I wanted to kind of see how I progressed from where I started to where I end. As well as kind of like an accountability thing of, yep, this is the day I'm on, this is how many days I've done, because that's really what these streams are. Which gets me to the explanation. I originally started this as a 365-day challenge to work on 4 sculpting projects to see if I could teach myself how to sculpt. I have a couple of books that have been highly recommended by various different sculpting channels on YouTube, as well as they are also books that you would use if you were to go to a class for sculpting, if you were to like just go into, I don't want to say sculpting college, but if you went to like a trade school, I guess, where sculpting was offered, these would be the books used in the curriculum essentially. So I started reading those books, and the first thing a sculptor needs to know how to do is draw, because drawing is used to get pretty much the blueprints of the sculpture down first. So I had to rearrange the challenge to basically 365 days learning how to draw, and then 365 days learning how to sculpt. So a 1-year project turned into a 2-year project, but that's fine because we're gonna have fun drawing, and it got me back into Bob Ross and watching Bob Ross because, you know, why not? Even though he's a painter and he likes to do landscape, and I'm strictly going to be doing portrait, I guess is what would be the most common word for it, but it's essentially literally drawing the skeletal structure and the various different systems that the human body and animal body is made up of. And it's just going into very intimate detail and learning very detailedly on the different aspects of the human and animal body, to the point where I know the most anatomy through drawing. And that's because I cannot go to a class. I think it's called a dissection class. I think that's what the book referred to it as. It's what medical students do. So when you like work on cadavers and stuff, to actually learn about the anatomy of a human. But or for vets to learn the anatomy of animals. I do not have the funds nor the stomach to do that. So the second best thing is to draw and chart the human body and systems and everything like that, as well as the animal ones, because those are going to be the main things that you sculpt. I have a feeling being familiar with the various different plants will also at some point become a thing to do. So I have kind of been looking into the preservation and pressing of different plants so I'm able to then take them and draw them. Um, but that is a side thing that's not like the main focus. So that won't be on the channel for a while. And eventually I do want to make sure that I do want to have actual fun videos that are more entertaining versus the streams, which are just for me for accountability purposes and also for chatting, critiques, stuff like that. Because I don't have anyone critiquing or looking at my work anyone other than the random person that shows up here. So that's another reason for why, or the main reason actually, that's like the main purpose of doing these streams was so I could get my drawing out there to get the criticism and advice needed in order to improve on my drawing. Which, honestly, it's kind of scary because I am terrible. And things just don't go great or good. Very often, so it's okay. Now, something very interesting is just the way the weight works on these pens. Like, I never really cared or noticed, but then again, I normally write with like very light pens. I don't like pens with weight on them because I find it harder to move. But it's nice because I don't have to put a whole lot of pressure on the pen, but I feel like I have less control. Which I probably have more control over the pen. It's just getting used to having this and not needing to put pressure and hold as close down on the pen as I'm used to. So I definitely think in the long run, these pens are going to work out so much better. But it's going to take me a really long time to get used to it. I was going to say, look, my circles are already getting better because I didn't have the extra line on the top anymore, but then the line started popping back up, so circles are really hard. I think I have an easier time with ovals at this point. Not really. Nope. So I'm going to be very happy when I can draw a circle and I no longer have the extra line on top. I'm able to just connect the circle pretty easily, or pretty well. That's my focus right now, is just getting the circle to line up with the original line. Consistently. That's the key, consistently. Alright, let's get on to squares and rectangles and triangles. Because a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square. Always. I'm hearing a lot of beeps. These are more like rectangles. They're much better with the squares now. Yeah. I know my lines aren't straight and everything like that, but these are coming out a little bit better than they were. So that's nice. That's not bad. Yeah, I'm getting tired, so I think I'm just gonna finish up this row, get into the triangles, and then we'll do a couple attempts. There we go, that's the word. A couple attempts at the configuration I've been drawing for the past couple of days. I think I'm gonna change it up one more time, but then that's it. I would like to get a different set of items for tomorrow's stream, because I do want to work a little bit on just one different thing, because the whole point of this assignment was to get used to looking at things in terms of shapes, and I don't know if I've been doing that very well. So I want to try to see if a different configuration and a different set of objects would help me with that, because I just want to make sure I've got that down. And I think that is probably going to be part of the warm-ups going forward, because Danny from Sketchbook School, the videos that I'm basically taking these assignments from, has stated that this is a really fundamental skill to have when learning how to draw. So I just want to make sure that I don't forget this skill or technique, and that I'm just continuously working on it. So I think it's going to end up becoming part of the warm-up. And with that, I'll probably end up having just a different set of 3 objects, and I'll cut it down to it's only 2 times that it's drawn, and then go on to the next thing. So that's probably just going to be what happens until I feel more comfortable with this, because I am moving through the videos pretty quickly, except for this one. This one I knew I wanted to take my time with it when he said that it was a really basic skill to have and a foundation, and it's like the foundation to everything else that we're going to be doing. So I thought it would be worth just sitting here for a while and getting it down, getting used to that type way of drawing, and really working on it. Okay. And that way it'll be a little more exciting than just watching me do like a ton of shapes, though I really do like the circles are just fun. Alright, let's see what I can come up with for today. Hmm. That might actually work better than. But I do want. Okay. I want to make sure it's just the edge. I do like that idea. There we go. That's gonna be interesting. Hold on, let's see. Because that would be cool. Alright. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Um, let's put this somewhere else. I think this is gonna be its own thing on the pencil. Oh, it is so cold in here. Yeah, it is really, really cold. I don't like that. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what it is that I'm going to be attempting to draw, and then we will. I think, yeah, we're only gonna attempt to draw this 3 times because it is getting really, really cold. So I don't want to stay here too long. But this is what I'm gonna attempt to draw. I like it because there's like spaces and stuff, so I can really focus on getting those shapes. I am gonna be right back. Like I said, it is pretty cold. I will do these 3 times and call it a night, but I do just want to check on one thing real quick. sorry about that. I was turning on the heat because it was getting way too cold. Okay. So now, I said I was going to attempt this configuration for like 3 different times. Alright, I'm going to wait until this focuses a little bit better and then get to work. That's right, okay. So I think it'll be good if I start with the pencil, kind of how we were doing. Interesting. Well, that's a problem. Yep. Yeah, you ran into a problem. I wonder if, I don't know if I can fix it. Because this should have been where it goes up like that. And this should have been a triangle, which goes like that. And this. Oops. But so this comes in, that goes down, and then we've got funny because this goes like this. Oh, okay. I messed that one up. Because they're supposed to be. Yeah, I messed it up with this because this is supposed to be more like this. That's supposed to go like this. You have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that would have made more sense. And then we have this. It comes down essentially right here. Anyways. Yeah, somehow this became a really small version of whatever it is I'm doing. And then this is supposed to become a circle. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I think I'm getting this shape down a little bit better. I know it doesn't look like I am, but it's really much better than it's been. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So I kind of changed the shape around a little bit just because I really want this to be added to the drawing, and then I want these spaces right here to be added as well. So, excuse me. So I just moved them around a little bit like that because I'll kind of show you once this focuses. Okay. So there's this straight line, which I really like doing. Then made that a little too much. Yeah, not supposed to be yelling, but that's just how the mistake was made. I'll make sure it's in this outline right here. No, it's fine. So the shapes that I'm talking about, so this we know is like a straight line. It kind of connects the pencil, right? But then right here, there's like a little triangle right here, right? So he would draw the triangle, except this is kind of where the triangle is right here. Instead of drawing the shape of the car. And then over here, there's a little like bridge, you could say, right? So you make the little bridge. And then over here is another kind of triangle. Starts here, it goes and it encompasses the edge of the car, right? And then there's a circle right here. And then I forgot the shooting star. That's fine. And then this kind of like finishes up the circle. So it's kind of like you're adding in the shapes versus trying to do the outline of the objects. So like you have a circle here, you have a circle here, you have a rectangle here, and then you've got half a circle, another circle, and then a half a circle, and then you have whoops, you have like a right triangle right here. And that's kind of what he was getting at with his, oh my goodness, focus. There's no reason to get like that. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm sorry. The focus is so bad on this. And that's kind of like how he was trying to get me to draw the objects. And interestingly enough, that actually helped draw the object a lot better than what I've been doing. So that's kind of funny. Here, I'll show the comparison. So this is the one where I was working on the technique the way he was describing it in the video. And this is me just trying to do the outline and then like work with the objects individually. And yeah, we can just cover the star. The star doesn't need to exist in this comparison. So I'm definitely getting the shape better in this one. Oh yeah, I can finish up the pencil. Okay. I think, yeah, we're just gonna do one more and call it a night because it's still pretty cold and I have other stuff I need to go off and do. So that's what we're gonna be doing, and then we're gonna head out for the night. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Let's see if I can get the pencil to be a good pencil. I'm sorry about the focus. Hold on, let me see if this helps. If it does, I definitely know. If it does, I definitely know how to like keep the issue from becoming an issue, but let's just see. I don't know why it's doing this weird focusing thing. Maybe it doesn't like the color. What is going on? Focus. Okay, let's see. There we go. That was weird. I'm sorry for the focus and the autofocus on this is just it's just bad. Okay. Oops. A nice straight line. Very end. Yeah, it gets skinnier, but this is also where it goes up, so it's kind of weird. And then so we're gonna get the pencil. Yeah, change the pencil. Then there's a little bridge, and there's a little triangle right here. And then there's another triangle that's got like a couple of weird edges around it. Essentially, that's the triangle right here. And there's a circle right here. And there's a circle right here. And there's a couple of different circles, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Focusing it on it like that, like doing the spaces instead of trying to figure out the shape, the like objects. That's pretty cool. I like that. So I'm gonna try to find, yeah, I'm gonna find a couple of different objects that allow me to draw that way more. I think so. That's cool. Alright, so that's all I'm gonna be doing for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will be back tomorrow. Like I said, schedule won't really return to normal until after Tuesday, but we're almost there, so it's not too bad. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back. Oh gosh, I'm repeating myself. Sorry. I hope you all have a good rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.